Edge DCG, and I'm here with.
Tom Paine.
And what'd you just do?
I scrubbed the US National Championships. Came
Ah.
11th. Tough one, but 11th pretty good, so I'll take it.
Not bad. And what deck did you play?
I played Branded. Shout out to Ecclesia. I don't know why Ecclesia is my favorite card. I don't know. Good deck.
All right, let's get into profile.
Okay, we have this engine's pretty standard, so I'll just put it out here. I feel like everyone is playing these. I tested one of this for a while. I think two's probably fine. It's like worth an extra card a lot of the time if you have an extra one in deck, because you can add the one engraved to hand that you use on turn one, and I don't think anyone is doing anything different from any of these things. I have 2 Aliber and I have 3 opening, so that's why I was only running 2 Aliber. I had this ratio because you kind of need like extra gas. I feel like the games you lose like to Cool Tune, which was the deck I played against the most, is like they just like check all of your like engine pushes, so you kind of need this, especially when you go first, because when you go first you have to normal this, so if you end up with like too many normal summons, like this can be a normal summon, this can be a normal summon, so if you end up with like too many normals, you can like lose to 1 or 2 hand traps. So this was pretty good. I side it out a lot going second because you can like put in more non-engine going second, but yeah, that's where I run 2 of that. And then there's some like engine requirements, so I feel like, I don't know, in my opinion, obviously everyone's playing this and this. This I see like pretty much everyone play. It comes up quite a lot because it's both a Dogmatica and an Ecclesia, so you can search it off Fallen of White and you can search it off like Titaniclad or something. So yeah, this comes up like a fair amount. And then this I wasn't actually super convinced about until I tried it properly, and I think it's pretty good. I use it like basically every match. And it's like okay to draw, and it's nice to have an extra search target. This I'm like less convinced about the more I use it, mostly because there's a reason people don't play Upstart in Yu-Gi-Oh decks anymore, which is because you don't want to draw Fua as your 6th card or some nonsense, or as your 7th card, and like this exacerbates that. So I side it out a lot going second. Even against Cool Tune, it like feels kind of iffy. It depends on what you want to side, but like I had Charmies in my deck, so I was kind of like so-so about this card. I thought about cutting it. Probably would have been fine to cut. I don't think I ever searched it, and I don't think I ever sent it off Quem or Brand Infusion, so I guess I could have cut it, but you could randomly lose the Ligan answer if it's not on your deck, so yeah, just in case you don't know, it counts as an Albaz engrave, so you can shuffle it back and make a Titan with like enough attack to be over a Ligan answer. Brand Infusion, this card's pretty good. It's not the best starter, but you kind of use it turn 3 a lot, or as like an extra push. And Kit makes Brand Infusion a lot better, so yeah, that's why you kind of need to run that. These are pretty standard. I think everyone's playing 3 of this. 3 Nadir. I believe in Nadir a lot. Shout out to Fafa, Nadir. But I said it out a lot going second, so I literally like never resolved it because I went second, like I think I won like 4 dice rolls, so I was going second a lot. So this I hardly drew it, and yeah, I sided out going second. But I think it's worth it because again, like Cool Tune's probably the most popular deck, and against Cool Tune you just kind of need to play, and this gets you like 2 if this resolves, it's like one of the biggest cards. So if you play against Cool Tune and they see your hand and you have like a Super Poly, or they think you can like crack their board, or you've made like a Fua, sometimes they'll just like leave a bit and like they'll know you can crack the board. So having this to like make sure you can play, like it's pretty good. You just like need enough ways to play. But yeah, I sided this out a lot, and I don't think I drew it, but I believe in it still at 3 in the main. So yeah, no Mercuria. I don't really like Mercuria because you don't end on a fusion a lot. So there's a lot of like starters, and I think some people in Branded run like more like random bricks, but I kind of believe in running more starters and trying to win with your main engine. 3 Fua, I think that's fairly obvious as a high spirits target, as well as like one of the best non-engine, along with 3 Super Poly and 3 Fallen. I think like every list will be playing all of these cards, so I don't think there's much to talk about. My other non-engine's a bit weird, so I'll put it out here. So we got the, yeah, it looks very weird. So it's kind of for siding patterns, and also for the fact that like I didn't really like, there wasn't really any non-engine that I wanted to run that much, because everything kind of felt bad. Like really against Cool Tune, you want, like you kind of just want the good engine. So that was kind of why my list just had like so many starters in it rather than anything else. And then against other decks, like there's a lot of like kind of FTK style decks like Power Patron or Alpha Note, or like the Rollout deck does big combos, and it felt like you're not gonna beat those with just like one random hand trap. So that was kind of how I ended up. Like looking back on it, probably could have like, I kind of, Droplet's pretty good, so maybe running the third Droplet would have been smart. I just don't like having, not being able to side stuff out when I'm going first, and Droplet's not really a card I want in my deck going first. I didn't have that many ways to side cards out, because there was stuff in the side that I wanted to run, so I didn't want to dedicate that many spots for going first. So I think that's why I kind of like these a bit more, because you can keep them in going first. One draw's pretty random as well. This is kind of the 40th card, and I wanted to have the 2 draws like somewhere, so I had the other one in the side. Farah's pretty fun. It's a new card, so you can reveal it and it makes something into like a super poly effectively. So I was running just the one because you can search it off the new Sword Soul Champions Synchro. So it was like fine. It didn't, like, I didn't search it more than, I think I searched it one time, and I drew it a few times and it was like fine. I really am not like super attached to this like lineup of non-engine. Mag I feel is a bit weird because it's so bad going first into most decks, and I think it's like a liability into Cool Tune, because if they ash it or bell it, then they kind of get it for free and they just pick it back up. So I'm not a fan of it. Like the best case scenario, you like banish the Track Maker, which can hurt their follow-up, and search a card so they don't see your top deck. But like the liability of it is kind of too much. Yeah, losing to like a Bell or an Ash, and then they pick it up. So that was the main deck. It's 40 cards. I basically always play 40 cards in everything. So I'll do the extra deck next. So I think like a lot of this extra deck is very standard. So I will go over like the standard cards first, because I don't think anyone will be running anything different from these in like any list. I think you kind of have to run all of these, but I think maybe some people will start cutting these, because there's lots of cards you could run in branded. There's only one of this notably, which honestly was fine. I was kind of worried about it going into the event that I'd cut one. So one thing that is relevant, so I'm running this new card Mixusia. I think this will be fairly popular. It's not like got the best effects. You can like quick fuse on your opponent's turn, but the main thing about it is it's a very generic fusion. So you can make it with a spellcaster or a non-spellcaster. So it's good that it kind of replaces the second Granganor, because it's something you can do with Ecclesia if you don't have an Albaz. And it's a very good super volley target if you play against like Elf Note or something. So yeah, that's kind of why it's there, mostly is for its like genericness. But it comes up a little bit, because it's probably better to make than Granganol in a situation where you're already playing, obviously. Downside with Granganol, only one, is that you often like, you're picking up, if you go to turn 3, you pick up like High Spirits and a Spellcaster, so if you don't have the second one, it can bite you, but that didn't come up too much. I'm running this. I think again everyone will be running this. So it's a new 3 champion Sword Soul, so when you synchro it searches a card, and you can also target a card to negate it or pop it if you also have an Albaz or an Ecclesia in your grave. This card is actually like really, really good going second. Going first is like so-so. Another good thing about it is like it kind of gives you something to do with Ecclesia that's not this when you go first. Because you could fusion, like normally you just like make this or something if you just had like an Ecclesia and extra body, whereas now you can do this instead and search another card. So I guess it's kind of good for that purpose. But yeah, going second, this is amazing, because like this as a synchro is not particularly good going second. It's like fine, but there's like a million ways to interrupt it, and it's also nice you'd rather like use the graveyard effect, and sometimes you put it in the grave and then it will like get stuck in the grave because they don't whatever you target isn't there anymore, or it gets negated. So it's nice to be able to like send this to the grave and still have a synchro to make. And yeah, this can like often trade for like multiple things going second as well, depending on like what interruptions your opponent have. But like if they like ash it or something, then you can still get the target pop. So I think this card was like absolutely fantastic, honestly. So yeah, that's the like standard ones. I'm still playing Furious Dragon. This I made like a couple of times. I think this is now a little better. Like a lot of people are playing this or Chaos Star Source. And I think this is now a little better because you can play against Rollout, and it's really nice to have the like instant speed interaction against the Mind Shuffle. Still running Alba. I think like you could cut this. It came up like once or twice over the weekend, and it also comes up occasionally as a card that you send when you like don't want to send your second Albion because you kind of like, it's fine, I'll use Search Brand of Fusion in the end phase. It's kind of the card that like if you cut, you're gonna like someone's just gonna randomly like not respect it, and then you don't get to fuse away their like whatever the level 7 synchro is that Cooltoon play. And then I was running this. I love this card. Maybe I'm wrong to love it, but I think it's like the best Granganol target. I don't really believe in Quertus. This is like just so much more proactive, it's so much more threatening. Loads of people run synchros or whatever you can take with it. It just does so much more, especially in the mirror match. It's just insane in the mirror. You can take someone's Mirror Jade or banish a random card, or you can take their Ecclesia and like tag out with it, and then you keep it forever because it'll come back to you. So I really think this is the correct choice. Even against like Cooltoon, it's really good because they'll leave like synchros in grave. Like often you go second, you like crack their board a bit, and they'll end up with like an RS engrave, and you can take the RS or something like that and modulate their levels and negate an effect, or you can banish a track maker, which can like hurt their follow up a bit when they try and keep summon it back. So I think this card was great. The downside is you have to know that Albaz locks you out of summoning this, and I think it's a slightly worse super poly target than Quertus because it's much harder to make. So that's like the downside of it, but I feel like Quertus is like, people say it stops you dying. I don't really think it stops you dying because people just like make Track Maker and bounce it, and then it doesn't trigger, and then you have to use the effect. So yeah, I believe in this guy. 3 Ash Blossom. This is my side deck now. So these were kind of generic cards for going first. So not so much draw. Like draw I only sided in if I thought it was like relevant to the matchup. And then I would side these guys going first in for everything. So I've only kind of got 5 slots for going first, so this is why my non-engine in the main looked a bit weird. Ash, I kind of liked. You could put some other like generic going first card, like Mistaken Arrest or something. The upside about Ash Blossom is you can also side it in against decks where it's quite good going second. Like if you play the mirror, it's good going second because you can just hit a lot of random things. It can be quite high impact in the mirror, and against the rollout deck, I think it's quite high impact as well. Diabells. I diabells like 1 or 2 people over the weekend, and I think it's like just like a nice option to have. If someone doesn't hand trap you, you kind of look a bit suspiciously at them, like they're gonna like super volley you or something like that. So you just play this, and then like you win the game. You don't like go for it every game by any means, but you just have it in your deck in case it comes up. And I also just side it in against literally everything because it's better than like having a droplet or like a mag, for example, going first. Because if you draw it, it's like it can be quite easy to summon it. You just like send it, discard it for like an opening or something, or fuse with it in Ecclesia, and then you bring it back. So I'd probably keep this in. That was pretty good. And yeah, draw was pretty good. There was a lot of like random decks. I didn't side it in for Cooltoon, just the like FTK kind of decks. 3 Perulia. I think this card was great. You really just need something for the crazy decks like Elf Note or like the rollout as Amina combo deck. I feel like with Branded you really just want like a Charmy because they do like way too much stuff to break with just like 6 cards. I played someone playing this. It was a super awesome like Invoke deck, and I Charmied him. I mean, this was like clutch because he ashed it and then the Fool resolved afterwards, I guess. But he gave me like 13 cards, which was kind of wild. He banished my like 6 cards from my extra deck with the new Invoke Fusion, but because I drew like so many cards, he just died to the non-engine that I drew, but yeah, it was great. There were like 1 or 2 games where I randomly drew like 4 Charmies and lost, and that was like why I lost in round 14 or something. So that was kind of sad, but I don't think that's going to happen very often. I don't think that's a reason not to play the Charmies. So I did 3 Santa. I was kind of scared of the Power Patron Sloth. This is also quite good against the Rollout deck because you can put it on top of one of their guys and stop them. This can't be returned. So this is better than like a Kaiju in my opinion for that reason. And you can also use like multiple. It would have been nice. At some point I like considered maining this, but I didn't want to run Quertus in the extra deck. And you'd probably want to run Quertus if you're maining this. You can send this off High Spirits. But it was fine. It came in like a few times. I just liked it for like random things, like Doom Z, for example. You could put it on top of Drastia, and that's kind of like most of their board. So it was fine. It came in a little bit. I didn't play Power Patron. I didn't play anything weird. So yeah, it only came in against like Rolad. And then I played like a little package. Again, this looks a bit weird because none of these cards are at 1 except for this. So the kind of idea with this is I wanted to play some board breakers, and then these cards are kind of broken. So playing these guys together gives you like stuff to draw into off the Sloth, and like Thrust can search the Sloth or some of these guys. So it's kind of nice to have this little package. You could obviously run like more of these cards and they would probably be good too. It depends what kind of things you want. So like this is quite good against the Royal deck because they're like anti-spelling you, so these cards will be useless. So as for like generic cards, you could maybe like side more of these. It depends what you want. I think the problem with running like too many of these is that you need like cards to draw into, so you kind of like have to run these as well. So that was kind of my opinion of it. Duster I didn't actually end up siding in an awful lot, but I did side in Illusion Gate a lot against almost everything going second. And again, you need some like power thing to draw into. So there were like 3 or 4 games where you just like kill someone by drawing Illusion Gate. So it panned out very well. I mean, maybe I was just like lucky with it because they're all kind of one-offs, but you're putting in like one-offs and Charmies, so this can draw, this can search. So yeah, Illusion Gate won me like 3 or 4 games honestly, so maybe could run more of it as well. But yeah, this was my ratio. It looks a bit weird, but I think it kind of made sense just because of the like deck building restrictions that you have with only so many side decking slots. But yeah, you could probably experiment with different amounts.
Well, very nice. Congratulations on your top. And any shout outs before you go?
There are a lot of shout outs I should give. So I guess first my wife and my dog. It's my mum's 60th birthday this weekend. England are in the semi-final of the World Cup. I have loads of friends in the EU. There was like the European Championships this weekend. So the EU coverage team I've been a part of for a very long time, and they're good friends of mine. So they were all very excited that I did quite well. All the new friends I made in New Jersey, so I moved to New Jersey recently. All my friends at home, ZBD, who I tested with and play loads of retro format with. I'm sorry if I forgot anyone, and all the people I've been staying with this weekend, it's been lots of fun. Yeah, and I guess, you know, Konami, it was a great weekend. I had a good time. It was really fun playing different regional championships. I played the EU WCQ a lot, and it's my first time playing the NA So yeah, maybe one time. Highest place was 4th in the EU WCQ, so maybe one year I can beat that in the NA.
Well, congratulations and thanks for being on the channel.
Thank you.